So I get a lot of comments like this, and I understand a lot of Creek Squad is very young, a lot of Creek Squad is very inexperienced with life's traumas, and how to handle things that don't always come easy to everyone. Things that, in this generation, we see everybody through a box. We don't have interpersonal relationships, so if they're not standing right in front of us, what am I supposed to care? Leave them alone. Wouldn't it be best just to leave them alone? Well, no. Statistics say it's not best to leave anyone alone if they're in an unhealthy headspace, which we can all agree Ryan is in a very unhealthy headspace right now. He is making rash decisions. He is upsetting a lot of the continuity of his life. And, you cannot justify going 170 down a highway just because you think you can, and even though he thought he was being safe, with people saying, you're still clear, that you never can control other people. That was dangerous. That was sketchy for me. That showed me that he's in crisis mode. He's allowing his fight or flight to take over. And when your fight or flight is taking over, that means your amygdala is working. When your amygdala is working, nothing else is working. You're just in fight or flight mode. You're not processing, you're not thinking, you're not being reasonable, nothing. So we need to start to engage him in words that will make him think. Because when you rotate into your words, then you actually bring that down, that fight or flight response down, and you actually start to create a rational response. So, transitioning your pain and your fight or flight response removes it from the amygdala and spreads it to other areas in the brain where we start to problem solve. Brainstorm, literally, it goes all over the brain. And we start to come up with rational ideas of how to help ourselves logically create better opportunities to express our emotions. Many times this takes trusted friends. Many times it takes your support group, your family. Uh, there are a lot of people that can try to step in, but when someone is pushing people away or someone is surrounding themselves with negative people and you see them struggling and you are someone that has worked in the field, been a working professional, and you can see this going on and you've had contact with them over this format, then this is a great way to discuss this because he's not hiding anything about this from anyone. He is putting this fully on display on his Instagram videos and everything else that he does. He is showing you what he is going through. And I know for many they can't understand it. For me, I can. I can't educate you on how to understand everything, especially if you'll only listen to 30 seconds of a video or 2 minutes of a video. If you'll go and watch all of my videos, you'll start to get a great bigger picture. But here's what's happening right now. He is in fight or flight mode. He is making rash decisions because they're all amygdala based. Amygdala, it's a little part of your brain. And that amygdala is like got you ready to run and by God, you ain't gonna listen to nobody and you're gonna do your own damn thing and F you and find out and get away from me and I don't trust you and paranoia starts to set in and the amygdala is a very, very bad place for you to be stuck within your brain. So the only way to get someone out of their amygdala is to start to talk to them with words. To say, hey, I see what you're going through. I see this behavior. I see this behavior. I've noticed this statement. I'm concerned about these things. And you start to engage. And when you engage, it pulls all of that anger and that emotional rage from the amygdala and it sends it to the other lobes in the brain so that we reduce the fight or flight scenario so that he can sit still and think, which is what he needs to be doing right now, sitting still and thinking so he can make rational decisions. He doesn't need to be on a rampage, amygdala driven, doing stupid, crazy, dangerous things and making decisions that aren't going to benefit him. He needs to be sitting down and talking to trusted people. And if I can help in a video start to get him to transition out of that amygdala phase and back into a communication state, then maybe he will go to somebody he trusts and we can stop whatever seems to be going wrong for him that is causing him so much pain. We can stop it and get him in a better headspace to resolve it. Or you could just say, hey, I don't really care about him. Just leave him alone. Let's watch the show. Let's watch him crash and burn. And if you're okay with that, that's fine. But I'm not. So this is how I'm going to handle this one. And If you really think that there's a problem with me talking about this after he makes his life an open book, I mean, I mean, you should go to him and say you have a problem by expressing your entire life online because I only talk about what he does and what he says. So if you got a problem with me, why don't you go tell him you got a problem with him placing his entire life on the internet? But you won't. You won't because you enjoy watching the show. It's entertainment. He's entertainment for you. I'm just someone who might ruin your entertainment. You people are crazy.